Hi everybody, welcome back Cars and Guitars. I got the MG painted yesterday. Got 5 coats of Nason 2K urethane paint on there. Laid down really good. It should, after 5 coats, it'll flow up really good. I put my first coat on like my last coat. I put it on nice and wet. And I just keep painting. The first coat I let set up a bit till it's fairly dry. And after that, I put the next coats on. As soon as it's a bit tacky, I just keep hitting it. So on the 5th coat, I put a little extra reducer in the paint, and just so it'll flow out better over the whole thing, and it'll make the last coat take a little longer to dry. That way you don't get any solvent pop with the top coat drying before the other coats underneath are have set up good. Then you don't get solvent pop. That's what solvent pop is, the top coat drying before the other coats are totally set up, and then the reducers are trying to come up through the top coat and you get solvent pop. And I turn this spray booth off, the fan off, as soon as the overspray's out on my last coat of paint, and I turn the booth off, and I don't let the air going over the car with the fan running. Most paint companies say let the fan run for half an hour after you paint, but that'll dry up the paint faster. This ain't a production shop, so I don't have to bother with that. I want the paint to flow out, and the best way to do it is to turn the fan off as soon as the overspray is out, and that stops the solvent pop too, because you don't get the air going over the car drying all the reducers. So it turned out really nice for a quick splash and dash. The body's fairly straight for not block sanding it. I just used my feather edger orbital sander over the whole thing. I did run my hand sander like I was showing you earlier in the other videos over the top rounded parts where it's hard to keep the sander flat. Excuse me, all the sides though I just did with the orbital sander, and still turned out great. So I just got on mask this, put the wheels back on, and that's it for me. The customer is going to put the car together himself. He took it apart, and you can see I took the tape off from around some of the places there, so I don't get the too much paint buildup when I peel that off. After it's dry, sometimes it'll peel the paint if it's still too fresh. So I took it off when it was still wet. It was hard to get off. You can see I got some paint from my fingers on there. I'll have to take off because there was so much paint. I couldn't get the tape off. There's a tape there. I kept pulling on it, and my fingers were sliding off. And I got all inside the door jams here done at the same time. I couldn't close the doors because it was going to rub inside there, so I left I did the first like 3 coats with the doors closed, and then after that I opened them up and I just sprayed the edges, and I did the fender and the door, and then I'd open the door right up, and I just do the back half of the car separately. So it was the only way I could do it without it screwing up the paint in the front there. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching Cars and Guitars. I'm John Bluen.